Well, good morning, afternoon, whatever. Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. So here we are, and this is much different than our usual blog, our usual videos. But bear with me for a minute because this really requires some of your thoughts as well. And then I'll tell you what's going on here. So let's talk about it. All right. So many of you may already know we are planning on a trip. Now we're currently in Dao, part of Angeles City area. Actually, I think we're technically in Mabalacat at this point. But anyways, we're heading to the NLEX. We're going to go down to San Fernando with some friends. Now I have the audio off that was captured during this because we had friends in the vehicle and we had private conversations. Now, with that being said, let me explain what's exactly going on. I have purchased the GPS, the Action Osmo GPS remote, the newest one, number 2, I guess it is. And this has the capability of doing, and it's important for you to know, 2 things. The first one is this overlay that you see, the little yellow dot up here in the top right hand corner. That's going to measure G-forces, the date, time, elevation. This is on the left hand side, the gradient, the total distance, and then this map. This stupid DJI Osmo Action 4, I can't get rid of, the inclination and kilometers per hour. So, first off, many of you may know by now, or if you haven't, if you're a subscriber, you probably do know. If you're just a viewer, you stumble upon this. We are planning on driving literally the length of the Philippine Islands from Luzon all the way to Mindanao. So from one end to the other. And how are we going to do this? Well, what I wanted to do was use 2 cameras. So I have a second DJI Osmo Action 4, and I can aim that, or 2 cameras, at both of us. So I can have it where you can have a split screen. You'll have the top half being the view out the window, and then the bottom half being the view of Arlen and I. And here we are going through the toll booth, getting on the NLEX. Now, with that being said, what I haven't done yet, now this is the first time I finally figured out how to get the overlay onto the video file and it be completely synchronized. But I got a feeling when I do my next experiment, I'm going to run both cameras, and it's going to have the upper half and then the lower half, and it's going to crop the picture. In other words, it's not going to reduce it to fit. It's going to crop it. And so I'm going to lose some of this overlay stuff, and I don't have the option of moving these overlays around. So my first question is how important is it that you see both of us inside the vehicle as well as the outside of the vehicle, the Philippines itself? Because that's kind of what we're wanting to do is to show you the Philippines that isn't just tourist spots. Now we'll be taking the main highway all the way down, but we'll be doing side trips. So we're thinking, 4 to 6 weeks for the entire process. With that being said, let me give you some of the limitations, and if you know how to use this stuff better than we've figured out so far, please, in the comments below, let us know. Now, what we have been able to do is hook up 2 microphones at the same time to 1 camera. All right. I can't, well, first off, let me tell you, the GPS remote, it is multi-camera supported. So in other words, I can literally hook up, it says up to 16 cameras, but all I want is 2. And I can push one button, both cameras turn on, both cameras turn off. I can hook up 2 wireless DJI Mic 2 wireless microphones at the same time to one of the cameras. I've never tried to do it to 2, but maybe I could. If you've done this or used it in that application, please let us know. So, how important is it that everything be on both cameras? Well, we don't think it's that important. We think only one, when we do the editing, is going to be more than enough. We can just erase the audio. There's no sense in duplicating it. Now, the split screen, where we have a top half and a bottom half, that's the problem we're thinking about now. I'm thinking about what happens when I split this screen. How much of the overlays am I going to miss? And how important are the overlays? Are they even important at all? Do they just distract from you? I'm thinking, since there's no physical map, all you see is, the direction that we're going. Well, that's not really that big a deal, I don't think. But tell us what you think about it. Perhaps you think it's different. Perhaps that's something you're interested in seeing it. I think total distance is important. I think the date and time is important. And I think the speed is important. Those are the only ones that I think are really of any interest. I don't think that the G-forces being experienced are really that important. I don't think you want to know how hard is our lens braking or speeding up or anything like that. You'll physically see it. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, and the reason that I worry about it is because I know that this image is going to be cropped top to bottom. That's the only way the split screen works. The second thing would be, is it fine just to have our audio but not actually see us? Is it even necessary for me to edit in the second video file and then set it up in the edit to do a split screen where you see us and then where you see out the window? Because you're going to lose some of what's out there. I think this gives you a much broader field of view, shows you more, but maybe you'd be entertained more with Arlen and I. But all she's doing is driving, and all I'm doing is sitting there. I don't see how you're going to get that entertained, to be honest with you, as long as you already have our audio. So I do know this. I do know I can hook up under this view that you see right now. I know that I can hook up 2 microphones. Arlena have a mic, so you hear her clear and clean. I would have a mic. You can hear me clear and clean, and you can see where we're going. Now, obviously, this isn't very exciting. It's just going straight down the highway, and it's pretty flat here. It's all farmland in between San Fernando and Angeles City. But what about when we start the side trips and we start going through small towns and we start seeing all the other things that go along with it? And the terrain changes between here and Leyte and Bisaya and then into Mindanao itself. How important would that? I'd like to know what you guys think. I think it would be interesting to know that whether it's even worth setting up 2 cameras and going through all of that. I know that this is going to be of limited interest anyways, but it's a trip that I've always wanted to do. And now that I've had my second cardiac catheterization and had my 3rd stent put in, and the doctor has, or will soon shortly, I hope, give me a all good to go, see you in a month or 2 for your next appointment, follow up, well, hey, then it's time to start. Now, we are running into a bit of a time issue here as well. And that time issue is the national elections are coming up. Normally, and for those of you that don't live in the Philippines, that would be no big deal. However, elections in the Philippines can sometimes be violent. Elections in the Philippines can bring out the worst in all kinds of issues. There'll be a lot of checkpoints because they're looking for guns because they're outlawed at this point in time. And we will be on some back roads. Now, we intend to be very careful. So we may actually postpone this trip until after the elections. Now, this isn't really bright and vibrant. The windshield wasn't cleaned completely, all right? It was late afternoon. I want to say it was around 5:30, 5:45. We had, or 4:30, 5:45. I think we had 5 p.m. reservations at this place that we were going to, which I'm not going to mention because, quite honestly, it's not a place that I would repeat. The food wasn't bad. It just wasn't, or Lynn, 96 kilometers. She's doing 97. Little lead foot. Wasn't really a place. So, anyways, what I would like to know is from you. Please do comment. Please, we're asking that, hey, we're going to be taking the national highway. If you have some ideas of places to see and stop at on the way down, please put it in the comments. If you like the single camera view, or would you rather have a 2 camera view, let us know. I'm going to set up my next experiment is going to be 2 cameras at the same time. And now that I've got the GPS overlay to work, and reduce the overlay to what I think is necessary, and then see what happens on the crop. But is it really that important? That's probably what I'm asking. Otherwise, we really and truly hope you have a great day. Be safe and take care.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't